Ever since the first telescope was invented and humans got to see distant stars and planets, they have always wondered what they would find up there and what those galactic bodies even were. Soon after discovering and identifying these bodies as stars and planets, all we have been thinking about was to go there someday, take a look for ourselves, and who knows, maybe even live there if possible. Sadly, humans have only traveled to the moon once before, and that was a long time ago. Yes, probes and spacecrafts have been sent to explore planets in our solar system and beyond, but these were all uncrewed missions with no human travelers on board. However, a revolutionary space company, SpaceX, not only plans to revive crewed spaceflight and to get humans back on the moon, but to land the first humans on Mars too, and even set up a base on the moon and on the Red Planet, which will later grow into cities, hosting at least 1 million people. That's right, SpaceX is planning to colonize Mars and the moon, as well as revolutionize space travel, a feat no space company has ever accomplished. This may seem a lot like plain old sci-fi, but then again, if I told you 100 years ago that we would be able to take off into the sky in huge mechanical birds called planes, you would never have believed such a thing could ever be possible. Of course, accomplishing this task is going to take a lot of effort, but SpaceX shows no signs of slowing down. The biggest problem with getting to Mars is, of course, having a space vehicle that is reliable, safe, affordable and durable for a flight to the Red Planet, and that's where Starship, a space vehicle that SpaceX is currently developing, comes in. Starship will not only be durable and safe, but affordable as well, as it is 100% reusable, unlike other rockets used by space agencies like NASA. It is also eco-friendly, as its fuel, methane, gives off the same amount of carbon dioxide absorbed from the Earth's atmosphere to manufacture it, and so, Starship does not cause additional pollution during flight. Right now, SpaceX is working on making space travel by Starship safer. Although the Starship prototypes have exploded repeatedly, SpaceX is still working on a solution to prevent such explosions. Once Starship has finally proven to be a success, it will then be prepared for another launch, this time into space, which will drastically reduce its construction cost from around $59 million to just $5 million. So we now have a spacecraft to get us to Mars, and here comes the exciting part: building a base on the Red Planet. The first mission to the Red Planet will be crewed, carrying astronauts as well as robots, machinery and solar panels to power the base built on the Red Planet. Once the base has been completed and 2.5 years have passed since the first mission to Mars, and Mars and Earth are at their closest, SpaceX will launch several more Starships to Mars, carrying more materials and some food, as well as scientists, engineers and other people with scientific backgrounds. These people will help to expand the base on Mars into a sustainable city with dome-structured buildings in which food will be cultivated on a larger scale, and the first hospital is built. Soon after, things get really interesting as more Starships carrying more people each time come to Mars, and people start moving to Mars on a large scale, along with their families. By then, Mars would already have its own restaurants, farming domes, factories, housing and malls, and the birth of the first Martian baby would even have taken place. Solar panels would even have been replaced with a fusion power plant, a cleaner and efficient source of energy to power the developing Martian city. Finally, by 2051, if everything turns out hunky-dory, Mars would have become a sustainable democratic city, with a population of 1 million people or maybe even more. Like that, humanity has finally become a multi-planetary species. Who knows, maybe Starships may run on fusion power as humans go on to colonize Saturn's moon Europa and the rest of our solar system. Maybe the warp drive, which we have heard so much about, becomes another revolutionary space vehicle, allowing FTL travel throughout the universe. What do you think our future in space will be like? Share with us in the comments below and stay tuned for more of our videos. Thanks for watching.